Okay, and we are live, everybody. What's up? Your girl G here. What's up? What it do? How are you? So I actually got a little bit of free time. I actually have a little bit of time to myself to just come and talk to you guys over some things that y'all have probably been wanting me to put my little 2 cents on that I definitely missed. And I feel like I want to talk about it now that I got, a little bit of a few hours where I don't have to worry about the brigade running through. Hey, everybody tuning in. I appreciate you for tuning in. Just, drop the like or just, get down in the chat. Let me know that you in here. But now that I have a little bit of free time, we're gonna talk about a few topics. One, Jonathan Majors, Megan Good. Two, the submarine, submersible, whatever they want to call it. At the end of the day, them white people dead. Three, we're gonna get into Monique and Chris Samuels. Y'all, Monique finally filed for divorce. I mean, not to say that we're really that shocked, but I definitely want to, talk to you guys about it, see what y'all's opinions are. And then we might talk about Sukiana and YK Osiris, should I have enough time, as well as Russell Simmons and Aoki, because y'all, if you watched that live, I felt so bad for Aoki. The way she was crying, the way she was just explaining what her and her mom were having to deal with behind the scenes, it definitely was like a lot and a little bit emotional. And it is something that, that is to be discussed. And a lot of times when we think about like, men and their legacy, and like we forget their legacy is like children. And the children be ready to speak these days. Like, I don't think parents honestly really are ready to hear from the child's perspective what it was like to be their child and to be parented by them and what they learned, being their child and watching their actions and such. So yeah, Russell Simmons, you were in for a rude awakening. Not only are you going to court because your ass might be going to jail, now you're dealing with your daughter literally giving you the middle finger, like, I don't want to mess with you no more. Okay, y'all, hold on just a second. I've been trying to freaking kill this fly for the longest, so hold on. It moved. Hi, Nikki. Thank you for jumping in. I appreciate you for tuning in. I'm super excited. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. I ain't even gonna waste no time. So let me pull up right here. Some of the topics we're gonna talk about, and then we'll get into it. Let's see. Oh, snap. Okay. Soon as I opened up the goddamn phone, I was trying to get to the neighborhood talk, and literally the first thing I see on neighborhood talk is Bambi and Scrappy officially divorced. Scrappy and his ex Diamond are supposed to hit the BET Awards carpet together. Emphasis on together. I literally just opened it up. Bambi, divorced Scrappy, and his ex Diamond are supposed to hit the BET Awards carpet together. Wow. If you're watching Love and Hip Hop, y'all know that they recently were moved to MTV, and they're definitely taking a little bit more of an approach where they're paying attention more to the ladies, and I really actually appreciate it because these women out here is bossing up. And as you can see, Bambi had to let the world know Scrappy he ain't the dude you think he is. He ain't the daddy you think he is. He ain't the husband you think he is. This man ain't even pay our mortgage. I literally have to go find a spot for me and our 3 kids, all 3 of y'all, to find a spot to live. Could you imagine being, and this is why, I get so annoyed when dudes be out here talking about, oh, women be submissive, women be soft, y'all need to, just let the man lead. And see what happens is when you let certain niggas lead, you realize they don't really got their hand on the steering wheel that good. You, my husband, kind of find out I'm giving you half the money for the rent, and the landlord coming to me like, rent due, and I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, that would literally be the nail in the coffin for me as well. So Bambi, I'm behind you with that 100%. But on the show, Scrappy wanted to act like, I'm just going with what you doing. I'm just going with what you doing. You ready to leave at the drop of a hat. You ready to leave up just one little thing. And it's like, one little thing, I don't think paying for the mortgage of the house where your children live is just one little thing. Or messaging your ex and talking about your wife, talking about me to this girl, your ex, is one little thing. Not to mention you going on tour and you not being able to get off the stage and bring your ass home is one little thing. Like, Scrappy, you're getting drunk, you're getting high after these tours and staying out all night and using it as an excuse to stay out all night because you making money. You know, dudes, as soon as it's the money aspect, you're supposed to forget all other aspects of what is incorporated in being a husband. And it's really just sad. Like, it is really, really just sad. I wouldn't even plan on talking about Bambi and Scrappy today, but they popped up as soon as I opened up my phone in the neighborhood talk. So yeah, you guys, drop down in the chat. Do y'all feel like it was time for Bambi to hit Scrap with them divorce papers? Do y'all feel like, hey, everybody that's coming in, y'all drop down the chat, you know, tell me what you feel about the topics. We're talking about Bambi and Scrappy really quick because I'll open up my phone and get to the neighborhood talk. And these two hoes popped up talking about now Scrappy and Diamond are supposed to hit the red carpet together. So this should be very interesting. I know Scrappy up front, you know, you feel like you're doing good. You out there, a free man and in the world and whatnot, but it's gonna sink in. It's gonna sink in real quick that what you got ain't nothing like what Bambi was offering. Like, even Kirk was on the show talking about, I'm trying to tell Scrappy, hey, look, now go home. You about to lose a good thing, but you know, niggas be hard-headed, okay? Sometimes they gotta learn the hard lesson. But let's go ahead and move on to the neighborhood talk and get into Monique and Chris Samuels. Let's see, were they on the neighborhood talk or was it the shade room? Let's see. Do you guys feel like this is a good re-entry for Monique to go into Real Housewives of Potomac for the next season? How do you guys feel about that? Should this just be like a no-go? Monique don't need to be on, you know, reality TV no more, or should this be like kind of like, I guess, her excuse to get back on Real Housewives of Potomac? What you guys think? Y'all think we want to see Monique again? A part of me is like, no, but then another part of me is like, yeah, because I really just want her to be back for the sake of like her and Candace potentially making up and getting into Giselle's ass. Like, I would really, hi Joseph, thank you for tuning in. We're talking about Monique. Would you want to see Monique back on Real Housewives of Potomac now that her, you know, and Chris Samuels are divorcing? Would that be a good reason for her to jump back on the show? I feel like I really want her and Candace to make up so somebody can get in Giselle's ass. Then as well, we need more people to get into Robin and Juan's bull because they over there finessed the whole system last season. Finessed the whole season last season. It was all a scheme that Todd set up to come with us to the bullshit. Like, it was all a scheme that Todd set up to come to us with the bull. Rob, how you gonna sit there and do that and not like have all the situation of you and Juan out here in these streets for your storyline? Girl, bye. But now that Real Housewives of Potomac, you know, the next season after that, would Monique show up? Like, would that be a good look? Is that something y'all be into? But nonetheless, you guys all know that Monique and Chris, you know, had that whole People Magazine situation where People Magazine basically put out there, you know, that they were getting a divorce. And then they came on live and, you know, basically said, no, we're not getting divorced. We're still together. Right now, we're just kind of temporarily, you know, living apart. And I remember she talked about having that one house. Y'all remember she talked about having that one house, like not too far from theirs, like on the TV show. They actually did like a trip with the ladies over there. So I feel like that's possibly, you know, what they were doing, just trying to see what it would be like for them to be apart, you know, but as we can see, you know, it just maybe sometimes you just get to I don't know, you get to a point in life where you realize like, life is short. You really don't have that much time left. Like, for real. Like, I've had, let's see, what you say, Nikki? You said, what'd you say? You said Monique is such an attention whore. I used to like her, but she annoys me now. I get that. I get it. Sometimes it did come off like Monique definitely wanted the spotlight. And I think, you know, being on the TV show, what really backfired on her was not Real Housewives, Love and Marriage DC. That I feel like was a nail in the coffin for them. Like, Love and Marriage DC was not a good look for them. Especially good look for Monique. People was on Monique's ass, and they said basically that she was complaining too much about Chris. But if you watch the show, Chris was one of those dudes who felt like, you know, oh, look at the house you live in. You know, the bills is paid. You ain't got to worry about that. Ain't no extra babies running around. You know, I come home after work. Like, what else could you want? And it's like, that's just, that's just not how it works. Like, it is so crazy how all the time, men on these podcasts want to talk about, oh, women are such, mental and emotional creatures, are such emotional creatures, but yet y'all don't really do the work to like appeal to women emotionally. And I'm realizing like they, for one, aren't socialized to do that. Two, they can't appeal to women emotionally because then you'd have to be emotionally intact with yourself in order to do that. And men aren't mentally, emotionally intact with themselves at the bare minimum most times because, society tells them, be a man, don't, be in touch with, like, don't, show your feelings, all things like that. So that's kind of a, topic for another day. But you said, Chris is in his old man retirement mood. Monique is still young and trying to live. I can see that just a little bit. I feel like Chris is just comfortable. And I really feel like that happens a lot. Like with dudes, I ain't gonna lie, with husbands, it is real comfortable and easy to be like, she got it. Because a lot of times women literally just pick it up because they see it has to be done. And they really be waiting for the man to do it and feel like, okay, like if he gonna do it, and then when he doesn't, they just pick it up, put another thing under their belt to do. And then, low key, the men just watch him do it because, it's comfortable that way. It's easy that way. A lot of times that, oh, she got it is real heavy in the household, especially when it comes to the kids, especially. And I feel like that's kind of where Monique, is. He said, well, my skin is glowing only because I'm over here by the window. But thank you, though. Just trying, this is all natural. But thank you. But yeah, Monique and Chris, I wonder how this is gonna turn out for the both of them. But y'all let me know how you feel like this is like really it for them, or should this, they give it one more go. But I don't know. So let's go ahead and move on. Let's see, who are we gonna talk about on the docket next? Oh, y'all, I totally forgot to talk about this. So hold on, y'all. Listen to this. Tia Mowry will pay $0 in spousal and child support after settling divorce with ex-husband Corey Hardwick. Now, y'all remember Corey? Y'all know he cute or whatever. We all know that Corey and Tia Mowry. Well, Corey in the relationship when it came to Tia definitely was. Y'all know how that go. Like, she the one with the money. He come in with his little yang yang yang. And that just is what it is. But hold on, this what it says right here. It says, according to new legal documents obtained by the Blast, the two agreed on a settlement that allows both parties to split expenses and costs for their children evenly. This would be the opposite of one party being ordered to make payments pertaining to the children. It's important to note that Hardwick didn't ask for any support. Mowry and Hardwick will also share joint and physical custody of the children as well. Okay. So, I mean, at least he didn't ask for nothing. Like, I mean, a lot. Look, hey, Kelly Clarkson had to pay her due like $25,000 a month, I think. And then isn't Mary J pay her ex like $60,000 a month? Like, these dudes really be out here. They be trying to secure the bag when they split too. No lies told. But here's another like caveat that I find really interesting. It said, aside from the assets, both parties are restrained from bringing new partners around the children unless they surpass a 6-month relationship. Surpass a 6-month relationship with the partner. What do you guys think about that? I actually love that idea because a lot of times, y'all, it do be some people out here who are introducing their children to people hella fast. Like, I really don't believe you should be introducing nobody to your kids unless you've hit close to the 9 months to a year mark, because you really need to know this person like is going to be around and that they are, going to be in your future. And obviously you don't want to you right on that one, Nikki. I pull a Wendy Williams and quit all my jobs not to pay a ninja. Absolutely. I definitely agree. I don't think Kelvin, he wasn't ready for that. I think he thought he was going to go to his little house, sit pretty with his, new chick, what's her name, Sabrina, and that Wendy, all that money was just going to be literally like, what is it, like a auto draft? It was going to be like an auto deposit in his bank account, and he was just gonna come and sit in and just let the money rake in. And Miss Wendy said, I gotta be quicker than that, and I'm not mad at it. Like, you think you were sitting at home, on my dime and ain't do nothing with the side chick you had a baby with? Oh hell no, you got me all the way effed up. So yeah, y'all tell me what you feel about Tia and Corey, basically, not having to pay spouses. This is one of the first times I've actually seen like a couple kind of go like amicably, like they're handling things very amicably right now. So that's good to see. So let's go ahead and move on. Let's see. I'm on the neighborhood talk, you guys. If there's anything y'all want me to discuss, y'all go ahead and drop down, in the comment section. But who else did I want to get to? Let's see. That's the neighborhood talk. I wish I had saved this shit earlier, honestly, but I didn't get a chance to because I was just short on time. So that's neighborhood talk. Let's go to the shade room. Let's see what's on the shade room. Let's see what they're talking about on the shade room right now. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, y'all. So let's go ahead and get into the submersible or the submarine that basically went missing. Y'all, this is it's a series of misfortunate events, if you ask me. So it is definitely a situation where rich people get bored, they have money, don't know what to do with it, and then they think they're invincible. And everybody in the world is kind of like, okay, y'all kind of dumb for that. Who spends $250,000 to get in a little submarine the size of a queen size mattress and decides I'm gonna go 30,000 feet down below? First of all, one, y'all don't know what's at the bottom of the damn ocean. That for me would have been it for me. Like, oh, you want to go on a submarine? How far down we going? Are we going all the way down to the bottom where the Titanic sank? Y'all, could you imagine how far down that is? Think about how long ago the Titanic was, and then think about it being at the bottom, like the bottom of the ocean. Like, think about that. For me, my worry first would be if we go to the bottom of the ocean, what is down there? Like, we don't know anything down there. So, they talk about the giant squids and the giant monsters of the ocean, and the ocean literally has only been 20% discovered. So I'm not doing that. Y'all have fun. I'll catch you when I think you coming back. And so that one survivor, that one dude, he basically was like, I decided not to go because on the first page on the contract, it literally says you are signing and acknowledging that your ass might not come back. And for me, it was the fact that they put it on the first page. Like, when they put something on the first page, they were really trying to cover their ass, because it's like, when you be signing the contract, you'll read the first page, but then like the second and third, like you really just skimming over, or they put it in fine print on the back where you sign. The fact that they literally put it on the front page is what old dude was talking about. He was like they put it on the front page. These are the 3 ways you could die. And so he was like, when I realized, he was by the little submersible and was like, oh, okay, I might not come back. And then he changed his mind. I was like, God dang it, God darn it, shout out to JJ. Like, you couldn't have made a smarter decision. You said, what'd you say? You said, did they have authorization? Now, from my understanding, what really happened with this little submersible is they have been doing multiple trips. And on these multiple trips, they kept having issues. And the inspector, who actually kept telling the little billionaire, like, bro, this isn't, this isn't working. There's some things that's not clicking. They kept losing, they said they kept losing connection previously on other previous trips. And so old dude just fired him. And of course, rich people, when they don't hear what they want to hear, what do? Like The Apprentice, you're fired. So the inspector got fired, and now next thing you know, we got the next set of people down at the bottom of the ocean with the Titanic. They have now become a part of the Titanic, I guess, showcase is what we're going to call it. And this is what I feel like right here, Miss Nikki, right here. Hold on. This right here, that money could have gone to building a homeless shelter. I think about all the stuff that could have been done with 200. First of all, what I do with $250,000, first of all, give me a nice little house. Because I live in Texas. So, you can get you a nice little bit for $250,000 in Texas. And then you said, Joseph, you stupid. You said that submersible was constructed by somebody's little nephew in arts and crafts because it was doomed from it was, Joseph. It absolutely was doomed from the start. It is one of those situations where I think white people, rich people, they're so used to money getting them what they want. And so they think money makes them, obsolete from the reality of like dying. Like sometimes when you're on the top so much and money does give you everything in your reality kind of becomes like blurred from like real reality. So the rich people reality, like, yeah, $250,000, yeah, this might be creaking and whatnot, but I'm gonna be back because shit, I'm rich, I ain't never had no problems. Like, I'm gonna make it back. But then there's the real reality of understanding, okay, my $250,000 on this seat does not change the fact that, oh, on the outside, they got it bolted shut and I can't get out. The fact that there was no windows on the submersible, that in itself was stupid to me. How you going to go see the motherfucking Titanic and you can't even see out the motherfucker to see like the actual, stuff that you're down there to see? It was a camera and they put it on the goddamn screen what they were seeing. Like, I paid $250,000 to look through a camera? No, absolutely not. But like I said, sometimes that is what happens when rich folks like kind of lose touch with reality. Like sometimes they forget, like, y'all are not obsolete from death. Like, it really is it a little too early to joke about it? Maybe for some, but not for me. Y'all dumbasses shouldn't have went down there. Now y'all asses go look. Now look, here's one thing I will say that I know this is kind of hard to say, or like maybe I shouldn't say it, but I feel like it's kind of low key what I would want in a way. So, okay, if you are sinking essentially, and they said everybody was on the oxygen countdown. Everybody was like, all right, now look like they got about T-minus 2 hours left. So they basically were gonna suffocate to death, and that right there, like, is one of my biggest fears. Like, one of the ways that's my biggest fear to die is being burned to death and drowning. I do not want to like burn alive or drown. Like, those are my biggest fears of like the ways of dying. So that's another reason why I wouldn't go into the sea. But nonetheless, being down there and losing oxygen and basically just you're suffocating. And I actually would have preferred going out the way that they went out, y'all. Is that bad to say? Is it bad to say that the fact that the little submersible imploded might have been the best thing for them? Because at least when it's imploding, it's like, that's it. Like, boom, you're dead. Like, it imploded and you're dead on contact. I'm just going to assume because, bitch, it blew up. So I would much rather that than to literally just be sitting and like counting down my death, like, and literally struggling to breathe. Like, could you imagine that? Like, literally sitting and not being able to go anywhere. Like, that must have been hell. And the only person like I'm really thinking of, I don't know if y'all heard, but the only person I really do like feel like shitty for is the boy that went because of his dad. I don't know if y'all heard the story, but let me read it. Let me see what it said on the Shade Room. It said the aunt of the 19-year-old Titan passenger says he was terrified before the trip. Basically, it said, let's see. She said her nephew Solomon informed a relative that he wasn't very up for it and felt terrified about the trip to explore the wreckage of the Titanic. Solomon ended up going because the trip fell over Father's Day weekend. Reports stated that he was eager to please his dad, who was passionate about the lore of the Titanic. I am thinking of Solomon, who was 19 in there, perhaps gasping for breath. It's crippling, to be honest. That's what his aunt said. It really is sad. Like, he felt indebted to his dad because it's like, oh, Father's Day weekend, did get a chance to hang out with you. So let me do this to appease my dad. And now, like, this 19-year-old, like, really lost his life because he wanted to appease his dad. Now, look, I love you, daddy, and all, but I'm about to catch you on the flip side. I've learned the older I get to start following your instincts, start following your gut. Like, it's there for a reason. That little twinge, y'all know y'all feeling that little gut right under the belly button. That little twinkle, that little that you feel in your gut. That you better listen to that. It's telling you something. And I've learned now that I'm getting older, you got to start listening to that because it can be a lifesaver sometimes. It really could be. And had he probably listened to his gut saying that he was terrified to go, that he should have listened to his instinct because he unfortunately did make it back. But what'd you say? You said what'd you say, Nikki? You said I like urban legends, but you won't catch me saying Candyman's name in the mirror more than one time. Absolutely. Even though it's like an urban legend, you ain't gonna catch me saying that one or Bloody Mirror. You can miss me with that one. I know kids used to do it when they were younger, when they were younger, used to play, but I don't play like that. Like, I just don't want to mess with the spirits. I ain't really religious, but I do know enough to believe that there's good and evil, and to know that there's good and evil, and I don't want to mess with the evil. I'm gonna let y'all lie. Like, I am gonna let y'all lie. Okay, what did you say? Joseph, you said, I hope they got to at least. Boy, Paul, you don't hush. I hope they got to at least see the Titanic before the ghost took them to the gates of the sky. Joseph, you slow. It's sad, like, when you think about it, it's like y'all went down there to the Titanic to see it, and then now y'all became a part of the attraction. And I think it was y'all ignore my dog back here. Who was it? I was listening to Shade 45, Sway in the Morning, and basically Heather B was talking about, like, the ghost of the Titanic was like, hey, y'all came down here to see us, might as well join. Like, if you know that there's a place that's haunted or a place that, a lot of people died, you understand that there's spirits, so be it. In this case, we're floating around, and they saw these living people, was like, oh, you wanted to come see the attraction? Well, guess you can stay here with us. Like, that could definitely, I believe in, shit like that, where the spirits be. Sometimes they be calling for people. And yeah, that's kind of what happened with these folks. So y'all, if you feel bad for them, feel bad for them. If you don't, you don't. It's just another story of rich people doing rich people shit, and it ending in catastrophe. But that's what happens. I don't know what to tell you. Submersible submarine, but the people who made that little submarine and thought a $30 controller. That was another thing too. When you hear the information that it was a $30 damn GameCube controller to control something that's in charge of people's lives under the depths of the sea, and you want to give control about something you bought on eBay? The fuck? Really? If I had heard that, I would have jumped out of that bitch so fast. What you not going to do is play with my life like I'm some goddamn GTA character. Not on duty. So let's go ahead and move on, you guys, to another thing I wanted to talk about. Let's see. Do they have... let's see. Was it Jonathan Majors? I want to talk about Jonathan Majors and Megan Good. There is a freaking fly in here, and it's terrorizing me, and it's so damn annoying. I'm literally about to lose my shit. Let's see. I'm trying to find where I saved Jonathan Majors' story at. Because she showed up all right, y'all. Megan showed up in court with her man. My man. So let's go. Let's see. Here we go. Megan and Jonathan Majors. Okay, y'all. So it says here that you can see here that Megan Good is walking in the courthouse with Jonathan Majors, who was accused of allegedly beating his ex-girlfriend. And y'all know that I guess they either in New York, wherever they at in New York, or LA, who's allegedly accused of beating his girlfriend and now is in court to defend his case. Megan Good walked in with him as the lawyers plead for his innocence and are using that the FBI that was questioning him basically were racist. They said essentially because he was this strong, rich black man that, he was racially profiled, and essentially they were trying to tell the girl or convince her or try to, like, manipulate her into accusing Jonathan Majors of, allegedly, meeting her essentially. Now, one, y'all drop down in the comments, do y'all believe he did it? Do y'all believe that Jonathan Majors, might have laid a hand on her too? I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I'm not one of those people who try to be like immediately, like, yeah, he did that. But the lawyer, when this first came out, the lawyer was like, we got proof. We got, camera proof that, he didn't do it, walking down the hall showing that he didn't do it. And it's like, okay, but they never released it. Like, if he didn't do it early on, especially in his camp, they weren't going to release the video, to show that he didn't do it. And the fact that they haven't done that yet, kind of makes me feel like he did that shit, y'all. Like, especially when you see the emails of the girl, the text message of the girls talking about, I told them, it wasn't you, that it was just a mistake, that I shouldn't have been grabbing, the phone out of your hand. I told her it was me who started it. That's what victims do. Don't that sound like what a victim would say when the police get called there? Oh no! It was just I shouldn't have did it. I shouldn't have said what I said. I shouldn't have touched him. That's what the victims do. And y'all know they say already statistically it takes 7 times to leave an abusive relationship. Y'all know, a schmoosive relationship. And so I kind of feel like this is the situation that, one, she's in, and two, she was with Jonathan Majors before he became, Jonathan Majors to the world. And it's like, I ain't trying to get off this ride, but Megan Good, baby, Megan Good, what are you doing, Miss Ma'am? You don't know this man. Megan Good obviously was the other woman, after we kind of learned the facts of, like, he was allegedly texting another bitch, and it turned out Megan Good was that other bitch. That's sad, y'all. That is so sad. Not Megan. Megan, we were rooting for you after the whole Devon, divorce and whatnot. And then, you was getting, I love Harlem. That's one of I feel like that's such a cute show. If this fly does not get away from me, it is freaking annoying. Let's see. What you say, Nikki? From the court records, he stayed in a hotel after the cab ride, and she went to a bar. She was fine then. He came home 11 hours later and found her passed out naked and called 911. From the court records, he stayed in a hotel after the cab ride. She went to a bar. She was fine, and then he came. So he came home, found her passed out, and then he called 911. Okay, if that's the story, then what? I know they said that she, I guess, allegedly, like, fell down some stairs. So was she drunk and fell down some stairs? Like, I feel like all of that, stuff is kind of preemptive before we get into, like, the court proceedings. Like, if lawyers feel like they really, really do have a case, lawyers like to use court of public opinion. Court of public opinion does play a lot into these court cases. And these lawyers know that. So they, sometimes leak and put out things that could go in favor of their, client. So the fact that nothing was released, no cap, because remember, the lawyer said they have video footage of the cab driver saying that nothing happened, or the cab driver saying what he saw, nothing going on, as well as a video of, like, allegedly where the girl said that he, like, choked her out or, like, put hands on her in the hallway, and we still haven't seen that shit either. So it's kind of like, I don't know really who to believe at this moment. Like, I don't want to believe that, of course, Jonathan Majors is capable of that. But at the end of the day, like, men in general are kind of crazy creatures when it comes to women. And it usually is the nice ones, looking ones up front, and the ones that know how to put on, the mask. And when they get home, they take the mask off, and the woman who lives with the man, really knows what's up under that mask, truth be told. You said, let's see, what'd you say? You said, I don't know, to be honest. I'm going to let everything come around full circle. I just hope this case doesn't go as long as Megan and Tory case. The last, hell yeah, abso-freaking-lutely. Like, but I don't think I don't think it's going to last that long. I really don't, because there's not that many, like, factors necessarily as there was with the Megan and Tory case. Speaking of the Megan and Tory case, I don't know if y'all heard when his Tory's lawyer basically put it out there that, yo, hey, I don't think it'd be good to blame Kelly for shooting Megan. I can't get behind that tactic. Y'all saw that email or that little story that Tory was upset that his lawyer was not trying to get with the program of blaming Kelly. But my ninja, bro, Tory, we know you shot Megan. Like, come on. It's only 3 people in this car. And Megan's obsolete because she's the bitch shot in the foot. So it's only between you and Kelly or Kelsey, whatever her name is. You and Kelsey. It's only 2 people. And for me, the dead giveaway was, bro, is already on probation. Y'all just think about this for a second. I don't even know. Like, we're going to talk about that real quick. Just use this logic right here. This man is already on probation, right? Which means if he gets another slap on the hand, his ass is going to jail. So if this man is already on probation, that means he's not supposed to be, in possession of a gun, and doing illegal activities, which means in this case, if he wasn't the one that shot Megan, don't you think he'd be singing like a canary? You think a black man's gonna go down, first of all, for a woman, and secondly for a black woman, and he didn't shoot Megan? Y'all, like, that don't make any sense. Like, a man is gonna go down for a shooting he did not commit for Kelsey. Y'all think Tory would do that? Hell no. The fact that he didn't start singing like a canary and blame it on Kelsey lets me know that he knew if he started saying shit about Kelsey, that her ass was gonna start singing like Whitney back, okay? Kelsey was gonna let it be known it was him, and that's why he couldn't go to court talking about it was Kelsey, because she would have started singing back, okay? Point blank, period. Y'all both would have been in that damn courtroom having a runoff like y'all was goddamn Whitney Houston and Jennifer Hudson, okay? But yeah, when that case comes back, we'll talk about that. But you guys feel like Jonathan's gonna walk away, maybe scot free, or y'all feel like Jonathan, might get got in this case? Of course, it's the people. Jonathan Majors, a black man. He's a good black man. Savannah, he wouldn't do such a thing, and that's the problem. Why they get these white. They say you get these preferentials. The preferentials get got because they'll be quiet or they're a lot more submissive. Oh my God, if we hear that, I'm just gonna throw up. They're a lot more submissive and all of that BS. But it's like, we just gonna have to sit back and watch this case. Like, we really, really are. We're just gonna have to sit back and watch this case and see, what it do. So y'all drop down in the comments. Y'all feel like Jonathan Majors gonna get that guilty or not guilty? So what else did I want to talk about today? I don't know what accent I'm going for right there, but let's see. That's the Shade Room. Let's see what else. Let's see, the Neighborhood Talk, the Shade Room. Let's see. What else? What other websites do I use? The Shade Room. First of all, let's talk about Tasha K really fast because I just ran across. Y'all, Tasha K is literally on a death sentence right now. Literally all on Unwind with Tasha K. She has been gunning for literally Cardi B all day today about Cardi B. Girl, are you not learning your lesson? Like, you owe this bitch $40 million, and she really was trying to be nice. She really, really was. Like Cardi said, I really don't even need that money. But like, girl, you keep coming for me. Now your kids ain't ready to go to college because like you don't know how to keep your damn mouth shut. Like, Tasha K at this point, like, is done poking the bear. She literally like shaved the bear and is wearing it as a fur coat. And so now Cardi B is coming back for that ass. And then she's talking about Offset was cheating, and she has proof that Offset was with another woman, and Cardi B's talking about like their house and all these multiple houses, that don't nobody know about, and it's just like, I just don't understand, Tasha. What's not getting through to the skull? Like, what's not clicking about leave this heifer alone, girl? You have to file bankruptcy. You gotta hide money in Africa. Like, you hide money in Africa, like, heifer. stop while you ahead. But she keeps going. And those are the type of people that you got to stay away from because they are glutton for punishment. Those type of people who want to just keep going and don't know when to shut the fuck up. Okay? Shut your bitch ass up before I get to talking shit about you. Okay? They don't know how to be quiet. Just zip it. Throw away the key. Like, the fuck? Yeah, Tasha K, y'all. Y'all feel like she maybe need to get on some meds? Like, what is it? Like, what is going on? Like, with Tasha K, it's not making sense. It's not making sense. Let's see. And then she was talking about, oh, I want to apologize because the reason y'all haven't got an album from Cardi's because she's so obsessed with me right now. And it's like, yo, she is wilding. She is wilding, okay? And absolutely, Nikki, you said it right. I would not mention Takeoff. And that's kind of what she did. Like, she really, I think she's like, well, shit, might as well go balls for the wall since she coming for me now. And it's like, to have that type of attitude, you know, oh shit, Rashida Simone, I did forget about that. I'm gonna have to look into that a little bit more, Nikki. We might do another live, but I do know a little bit about, you know, them kind of calling off their engagement or whatever. But I got to get some more information on Nikki and Simone. But let's see, who else was I supposed to talk about today? Okay, that's the neighborhood talk. What else do I go on to? The Shade Room, neighborhood talk. Okay, let's go to It's On Site. It's On Site. Let's see what's on there. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, y'all, really quick, I do want to talk about the Sukihana and YK situation. Just the bare minimum conversation of what we need to do in regards to these situations not happening again, with men feeling entitled to just walk up to a woman and kiss her when she clearly is like, no, I'm good. Sukihana literally was turning her head and going this way. He not only did it once, but twice. And of course, Lil Duval, okay, shout out to Eric De Niro, giraffe knees. Lil Duval was sitting next to Sukihana, like acting like he didn't see nothing, like, Now, you know you saw that. But Lil Duval is one of those dudes that doesn't believe in respecting women because that's what a good man does. Like, they really want to keep having this argument with women about, oh, we're bad dudes because y'all allow us to be bad dudes. Y'all accept our bad behavior. But really, it's like, y'all should want to be good men because you want to be a good man, period. Like, you could be a good man regardless of what a woman is. You could be respectful man regardless of what a woman does. And it's always, the blame is always getting put on the woman. We saw how they said, well, Sukihana talk like this. She talk real nasty. What she expect people to do? And it's like, first of all, I don't care if Sukihana says she want to eat that nigga ass from the back. But guess what? The nigga ass that she eating, it was consent. All that stuff she's talking about, her songs and her videos, yeah, she's doing the things with somebody that she gave consent to. So if you would like your Bucci Cat 8, you niggas out here who's secretly on the down low, if you would like your Bussy 8, then ask for consent. Like, consent, okay? What's so hard about that? But it's always this thing of like, they found a way to excuse it based on how they think about a woman. And it's like, oh, she dressed like that. She's a streetwalker. She's a hooker. So she deserves to get, graped. Y'all know what I'm saying? Okay? But what we've learned is it don't matter what a girl got on. When a man feels entitled, he's going to take it. When a man wants something, he's going to take it because the world tells him he's entitled to. And then if, God forbid, the girl deny him and he has a soft ass ego, he has a fragile ego and the girl denies him. We've seen this multiple times. And all people can say, well, she was smiling. She was laughing because these niggas out here is soft. They don't know how to handle it. No, I'm good. I'm sorry. I can't give you my number. I'm good. Have a nice day. They can't handle that. So it's just kind of like you laugh it off. You try to be as less appear less dangerous or less abrasive to these men to give them hopefully a less reason to come for your ass. But you literally can tell a man no politely, and to them it's like, how dare you? And so they view Sukiana like when she's, typing on her Twitter, like, oh, I'm actually really shy. I don't know what to do in these moments. Like, I'm actually like, a lot more, reserved. And people can be that way. Like, people don't believe like you can have an alter ego. You can be the same girl that, like, okay, whips and chains and 50 Shades of Grey. But then on the other side of that is like, that's her alter ego. That's the girl that enjoys those type of things. But the person that you are, like, every day, that person can very much be antisocial, shy, maybe a little bit more of a recluse. Like, that's all. We're humans. So we're not just one monolith. Like, we have different characteristics and personalities. And so that is very much something that, we need to understand. But it's just these men, exactly this right here, Miss Nikki. Men need to have self-control. Well, I don't know, Miss Nikki. Men and women need to have self-respect. Absolutely, I agree with you. Yes, women need to have self-respect. But like I said, even if a woman is walking down the street in a goddamn pencil suit, if a man sees her and feels like he wants her, like, society has groomed him into telling him, like, if she says no, then, like, take it. Like, if that's what really needs to be talked to these men is dick discipline. Y'all ain't got no discipline when it comes to y'all's dick, point blank, period. Y'all want to go out there and have sex with whoever, do it raw, come back to your wife, have sex with her, throw off all her pH balance, and then now she's walking around the house itching, don't know why. Then 3 months later, she gets a text message talking about, ding dong, baby, I was with your nigga last, 3 months ago, and I'm looking for my payment. Like, this shit is happening because these dudes don't have no discipline, point blank, period. And that's something that we also need to teach to these men. Lord, here this dog barking. It's just honestly sad. Like, it's just really, really sad. But you guys, look like the brigade just opened up the door, so things are getting crazy. But yeah, I feel like this is good enough. We talked about a lot of stuff, so I just really appreciate y'all for tuning in. Y'all know Polo gonna be loud. We're gonna start doing a lot more lives, you guys. I know I need to do better doing lives and stuff like that, but trying to get my time, tuned out and everything like that is what I'm gonna do. But for everybody that tuned in, commenting, Nikki, Joseph, all of y'all, I really appreciate you for up. Here we go. Yep. See, did I tell y'all? Didn't I tell y'all? Joseph, Nikki, everybody else that commented. Okay, I'll open in a second, okay? All right. Yeah, I will see you guys in the next live. I appreciate you for tuning in, y'all. Love you. Till next time.